Hey, hey.
A bad hair day can really give you a bad day. But unfortunately, there are people who've lost their hair and find that every day is lacking something because they feel part of maybe even their personality went with their precious locks. Now, a lot of people try many magical solutions for this problem, but it would seem, as I've heard, that one of the only efficient ways of treating this is with an actual hair transplant, which is why it's a pleasure to welcome to Marbella now the lovely Dr. Ezekiel Panno, who specializes in hair. Hello.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm very excited to hear about what you do. Our audience, I think, is very suitable for what you do, and I know that men, as much as women, care about their looks. And although some women do suffer with hair loss, it's more frequently men that suffer this problem.
50% of men over 50 years old, they suffer from alopecia, any degree of alopecia. And by that same age, 30% of the women. So there are big numbers, and yes, we can, today we have a natural, affordable, and definitive solution for alopecia.
You say affordable. I've been reading and looking into this matter actually, and I actually saw a program on Spanish television the other day, and a lot of people tend to go to countries like Turkey because they're looking for a cheap option. But you yourself have got a very good system. Before we talk about that, let's talk a little bit about yourself. You're a doctor, but not just a doctor in your home country of Argentina. You've done equivalency degrees in many countries.
Spain, in USA, and in UK, in Gibraltar. We're working in all those areas.
So you really like studying amongst anything else?
Yeah, well, I like it. Yeah, I like what I do.
How did you get into specializing as a doctor in hair? I mean, you've got a beautiful head of hair. Why would that be interesting?
Yeah, well, no, from my family, my dad, he is a digestive surgeon. I love digestive surgery. I love aesthetics as well. I do all this practice, but I'm dedicated fully to hair. Hair transplant, hair medicine, regenerative medicine. So that's what we're doing today. It's amazing.
Do you find that the treatments actually work? There's a lot of information on the internet, a lot of magic potions. If there was a magic potion, you wouldn't have a business, I suppose.
Exactly. No, you have different systems to recover the hair. Of course, shampoos and all that, those are cosmetic products. Then you have medical treatments that do work, like finasteride, minoxidil, mesotherapies, PRP, etc. Low-level light therapy. Those systems have to be prescribed by a doctor and followed up by a doctor. But the definitive solution is the surgery, is the hair transplant.
Is it painful?
No, not at all. Not at all. Not even after the surgery. Of course, if you go to the wrong doctor where he doesn't have much experience, you probably could have a little bit of discomfort after the surgery. But it's a minimally invasive surgery. So it's a surgery that you can recover very fast in a few days, and with no scarring or minimal scarring. We cannot say no scarring, but it's minimal scarring and very, very natural results.
Is it all done in one sitting, or do you have to do various treatments to treat the general half moon shape that men seem to end up with nowadays?
It depends on the case. It depends on the case. It depends on the technique that we choose for that particular case. The good thing is to research properly and get the surgeon that has the most experience that you can get, and closer to your house, close to you, because this is not just doing a hair transplant and you just let it grow. No, you need a follow-up after the surgery, and you need medical treatment after the surgery.
Is it just a one-time surgery and then you don't need it anymore and you implant the different hairs?
Normally, yes. Normally you do it in one go, and then of course if the patient doesn't do any medical treatment to keep his hair, of course he's going to need another surgery, but we're talking about probably a decade after the first surgery. So no, it's a long term, and the good thing is that the hair that we transplant is forever. It's never going to die. So his alopecia might grow, so we would need to put more hair in another area, of the head, but not on the same area normally.
As of what kind of price are we looking at for people to think, okay, maybe I'm going to go for this? Can you just give us an orientative?
From 3,000 euros, from 3,000 euros on, you can have a
nice head of hair?
transplant. Yeah.
Well, Dr. Panno, thank you so much for taking a few moments to chat with us.
Thank you.
I know loads of you are interested in this subject, and all you have to do is contact Dr. Panno for more information. We're now going to go and meet a lady who's got a beautiful head of hair. In fact, she's just had a fabulous pampering and a styling done with the house hairdressing and a fabulous makeover as well. Let's go meet Jan Siggs.
Hey, hey, it's a brand new day.